Why? I mean, is it... Wait, I mean, is it the youth technically kind of like a counter in the team fights against Faramis? Because the Faramis entails you to group up together to get that pass, to get that, you know, the realm.
And then, hey, they haven't got Kacha, let's group up.
Oh my god.
This is concerning. I think the idea is they really want to double back down on the whole save Chidera, use him to delay and hold the fort, hold down that castle. But without the Eve, they go for the Faramis and kind of extend the fight longer. But man, they're gonna be still severely lacking in high ground damage.
They are.
The lead once more.
Don't get
this
it.
3 picks that kind of sealed the deal, sealed the pressure game in the early in game number 2.
Oh my god, I just realized what was let through. Phobius was not touched that entire. Oh my goodness. This is so good, dude. BTR is literally smurfing on Geek Fam in the draft. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Because if you go first pick Phobius here, you pretty much still give away both Khalid and as well as Gatot. But probably still have to deal with the Yve anyways, which is not ideal for for Phobius anyways. So BTR, they've got Geek by the balls, man. They're holding them in their hands. It's tough. It's really tough to play.
Even if they get the Phobius, right? You're still gonna have to contend with with Super Luke just clearing the wave and just piecing out. The whole issue of not having cryo and getting ganked on is still there for Geek Fam with or without the Phobius.
And of course the Moskov ban and the Tigreal to just deny Beloyski of that pick that he was able to don in the first game, but it wasn't as effective because it was just countered fully by Bigatron Alpha. Now, Geek Fam's last ban. Do they want to target possibly the jungle or maybe again just cone down Amon's choices?
Ooh.
Personally, I don't think it matters for the gold lane. Yeah, get rid of the Nolan. Get rid of the Nolan. Because at this point, every gold lane matchup has a direct counter to it. If we're going like, Harris is open, Harris is OP. Don't worry, there's still Lunox available for you, right? I was going to bring up the example of Moskov into Clint and then Clint being able to win that lane, but I mean, after your last game, I think I'm going to skim over that. Basically, there is a trifecta.
I see. Well, I mean, for Geek Fam though, they'll have the lead in the farming department for the Alpha. Nolan is one of the options that can be used to kind of match a clear speed. So Bigatron looking for an alternative. I wonder for Geek Fam, what is Beloyski going to be picking? Is it going to be again an AoE roamer to try and punish the dive? Or is it going to be something more defensive even to try and protect Chidera on the Natan even more, right? They can go one or two ways here.
I think if they want to go really, really wild, there's 2 wild plays, like geniusly wild plays with
Akai?
It's either they go for Akai. I mean, Akai is one of them. Oh, they went super safe this time. Man, I was thinking maybe they wanted to put Alpha in a winning position, if they can forcefully put Gatot in the EXP and know for a fact, make a hard read that Khalid is going to go roam. But that's, beyond me at that point. They got the Ruby, they've got the Thamos, some decent early game, a strong side of the map, and most importantly, some form of counter engage.
Clint against the Natan.
Veldora on the Thamos. Big issue here. If the frontliners of Bigatron dive in, then Thamos can kind of separate both because he's just that tanky.
Yeah.
Just cannot burst down a Thamos, even using a Natan. We saw that from our Q, right? Using the Natan to try and burst on the Thamos was not a good idea. And without the Tigreal, the Ruby becomes the next signature playmaking pick for Beloy. So I really think they found what they possibly could in this draft. Now it's all in the execution.
It's the best that they can get. But right now, BTR, the easiest way for them to punish them and punish Geek Fam really hard, you can literally spam your ult on Beloyski. He has no means of escape other than that flicker. You can almost guarantee that it gets blown.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be an insane game. Geek Fam, they're holding on a tight rope. And of course, casters, it's your time to shine.
Push to the edge, they're backed into a corner. Geek Fam, one last chance to qualify to actually extend their life in MPL Indonesia Season 14. Can they do it against Bigatron Alpha?
It's time! Potentially the last game of Geek Fam. Let's see, can Bigatron Alpha pull this off? It's a big question in the air. Last season, Geek Fam with a team to stop BTR, sending them down in the lower brackets to out of the playoffs. And they were also the team that denied BTR an M5 slot in Season 12. 3-2 it was.
So for BTR to do this, it'll be sweet, sweet revenge, but you cannot count Geek Fam out just yet. This is a boy on a Faramis. This is Mr. Beloy BBB on a signature Ruby, Veldora on a signature Thames, and Chadera on the Natan. That set Fnatic Onic, the defending champs, home. Let's take a look at the emblems here. Man, already very, very aggressive emblems. Weakness Finder in the gold lane, not the Quantum Charge. He really wants to go for those big team fights later on, but he's got to be careful because the kill pressure of the Clint is ridiculous.
Triple threats. That's a knockup. Beloyski holding on to its flicker. No first blood there on that first skirmish.
That sets up a lane for Emon to abuse, man. Look at the card.
Sabetta connecting very low. Quick sand guard to buy time and clear the waves as well. Can Geek Fam, will Geek Fam dive this one? Seems like no. Super Luke will be able to get the clear.
Oh, man.
And again, I have to be honest with you, man. I have to agree with Gideon. In the draft, BTR were literally smurfing against Geek Fam, really just nailing all these amazing picks. And the last Clint pick too was really, really solid for them. That's why they took away the Yve too. You know, they tried to deny the Yve Natan combination that gave Fnatic Onic such a big problem. They respect it by taking away the Yve and letting the Natan go up against the Clint. But now for the setup, remember, they still have an Alpha, Geek Fam, so they can still contest this.
Ooh, someone's going to the top side there. Even, actually, Chadera winning the lane so far against Emon. It's quite interesting, and now, boy, he's not level 4 just yet. They're still gonna try to get them to their power spike when they got their ultimates, and it's time for the neutral objective battle. Super Ken, in the regular season, he was #1, the best out of all the junglers in taking this one.
Both roamers not level 4 yet, but Geek Fam seems like they are going to go aggressive. They will take the Newt. Bigatron will concede. Will they find compensation though?
Nope, doesn't seem like it. BTR try to go for a... Oh,
Super Luke reaching Sandstorm and
Whoa,
land,
whoa,
but it seems
whoa,
like
whoa.
Super Luke a little too aggressive, taking multiple turret hits, and it seems like Veldora is on the hunt on the mid lane. There's actually first blood falling for Bigatron Alpha. Beloyski taken down.
Super Luke is playing with the limit quite well, but Chadera!
Oh, have very clutch entropy. Bigatron though will take the gold turret.
Oh,
Reno tucks Chadera again. Bigatron, they want more. 4 members on a boy, and it seems like a boy will not be able to survive again. Bigatron, they are on the hunt.
Mirko, we talked about this in the draft, man. This Yve, this Moreno Yve, is it gonna be another MVP for this guy?
does seem like it. This is a Moreno game. You called it, right? Right as he picked up the Yve, and right as you saw the Faramis, the Natan, Beloy.
Flicker, I'm offended. Vincent is in the area, but doesn't land. That's the Spear of Alpha on towards Amon. Can Amon buy time? No. Vincent finds the first trade for Geek Fam.
But it's a turret.
Some sign of fighting here from Bigatron for Geek Fam. Even though right now they're still down about 2k gold lead, which is really not good. But good news though, this Natan Chadera, they've played this over and over again, even abused it against the Porcupines. Can they actually do it against the onslaught of BTR Alpha? The dives!
Yeah, they're really putting all their backs into getting the setup. Luke won't go for it here. Let's talk a little bit about how they were able to play this the game, right? For BTR, the Julian, the way they're utilizing it here is they were trying to go for the mirror plays. It's kind of like a Nolan, right? That's why the Nolan was banned. It's literally the same play style, but the Julian is a bit slower when it comes to the clear. That's why we saw in the purple buff, he had to try to use Retry. He had no intention to contest the turtle. That's why Geek Fam just took the turtle. But after that, BTR made some big moves with Luke baiting them in, bottom lane. They went up top to bully the Natan. And for Geek Fam, they gotta remember that even though they have an alpha, they have turtle control. Natan is the main man.
Look at the takeover. AOG Raging Sandstorm combo! Super Ken gladly finds the turtle. That's a Spear Alpha connecting onto his Ken Key. Cannot hold on. Super Luke still holding 3 members as Veldora is doing his job as well. Chadera finding a kill. Super Luke now isolated, but it seems like the damage he dealt is too massive. He is trying to hold on, trying to buy time, but Geek Fam will not be able to find Super Luke.
That was, oh my goodness! The cherry on the top as well. That was absolute criminal coming in from Super Luke.
Yeehaw, partner! Sheriff Iman is in town to cover for Mr. Super Luke. That's why he got the super when he joined BTR, man.
My goodness gracious, and once again, Geek Fam is just falling down over and over again in the objective fights. Vincent cannot evade, man, like the AOGs, the Raging Sandstorm. there is just way too much, and it's not, even though it's telegraph, the range, the ground that they cover. How do GeekFam deal with this one?
This is the big problem of the Alpha pick, right? With the Alpha, you're not elusive at all. Arashi would hate this pick, and I think did he say he liked it, or Gideon liked it? Did Arashi dislike it? Oh, whoa!
And Torpedo on towards Super Luke, calmly done. Gather
what?
That's spear up, but that's a real word manipulation of the realm triggered. It seems like Vincent will find the AOG, and good nights to Vincent. GeekFam, they need some sort of retaliation, but Bigatron, they're playing their cards very, very well.
If this is not tilting, I don't know what is.
That was 3v4. That was BTR just saying, yeah, we can take the turrets while also dealing with you, just with 3 dudes. No purple buff. Vincent is 2.
Oh no!
Levels down.
Oh no! Ooh. Almost there, one shot away.
Big yikes.
From Sheriff Eman to get down. Goldrock to 0 HP, and at this point, 7 minutes, and the mid turrets, only 1 left for the fams. What is gonna be the hope for GeekFam? What is going to be the answer to this dominant game that BTR brought? Even Super again so far, he hasn't been very, he hasn't showed up the team fight that BTR took that, in the previous fights.
No, Superken's just been farming. He knows exactly how his team can play the non-MLBB game. This is what the Khalid and the Gata can get you. It's not MLBB, this is just like a boss fight that takes forever. And by the time you deal with a boss, then there's a second life of the boss, and that comes through Eman, Moreno, Superken. You've depleted all your resources by the time you deal with Luke and Gata. And even if you get a good trade over, Luke just Raging Sandstorms out, and he bases for free. He doesn't need to recall. He just pops the quick sand guard, gets the full HP. We have a game fact though for the Natan.
Man, oh man, Natan from Chidera currently holds a 100% win rate, 4 picks in MPL Indonesia Season 14, with 2 of those against Fnatic Onyx. Now, this is a completely different occasion. There is some counterplay, or maybe some hope though from GeekFam, because they have the setup, they have Farmers on the Aboy, so the peel is there, but what's going on right now in the equipment department, Mirko?
Well, looks like that's the big power spike already, man. Every time I see it, it's just ridiculous. A 2,600 gold lead for the Julian for Superken against Vincent.
That's massive.
2,200 gold lead, but I think the most impressive one, it has to be the mid lane. 1,640. You can see why he goes for Wishing Lantern every time. He has such a big snowball. This is Moreno's game. They picked the Faramis into the Eve. They picked this comfort for a boy. And yes, I get it, it's comfort. It has worked. Even yesterday, it was working. But against some Moreno that's been on fire on the Eve, was it really a wise choice? It's all on Chidera now. If they want to win the game, they got to protect Mr. President.
Chidera, they've done it before. This is a tough task indeed. They won against Onyx, by the way. Like, BTR should be in the same kind of stratosphere as Onyx, but why is it like the game is so different?
The game is different because BTR got to see what Onyx did wrong. They got to see what to adapt, what to change from that matchup. GeekFam, they had Natan. We were talking about denying Natan or banning Natan. Turns out BTR says, sure, we'll ban Natan sometimes, we'll pick Natan sometimes, but if we don't need to, we can just pick up the Eve. The Natan was comboed together with the Eve with crazy frontliners that can keep people at bay. If you take one of that out of that strategy, I said this in the back rooms, but that was a one-dimensional strategy. You lose out on turtles, you defend forever. But without that specific composition, no Tiger as well from Mr. Baloy, right? It falls flat. You have to just go for peel now, and the way that they tried to, cover those weaknesses was with early game control, with Alpha, with the Faramis, with the Tamas, pressure around the map, but it was not enough against the Gatot Khalid.
Man, oh man, and now the Sheriff not only holding a gun, he holds a sword from the Blade of Despair. So now a boy in Chidera has to has to calculate the damage even further. It is super difficult. 10k, and the Lord is coming, the first Lord. But the thing is, no mid-turret is available. No mid-turrets are in sight. BTR, I feel like they're guaranteed to get at least, at the very minimum, one of them. And this time,
with the zoning of the real world manipulation, with the gap closer of the Raging Sandstorm and the AOG, I think, yeah, one base turret should be confirmed, but I think GeekFam should be able to still hold on.
11,000 gold difference. Can they make the defense? Good taunt, good real-world manipulation. Super Ken is on the bottom lane turret. Veldora trying to zone the members, trying to zone the Lord. AOC committed! Key again! El Memento finds a 3-man, but he will fall. Turret saved in the mid lane. Avoid with the Blicker play. Finds one, and he will be punished. Now Megatron, they are satisfied in taking 2 base turrets down, and they will go back.
With the 10k gold lead from BTR, I feel like this is a bit of an underwhelming fight coming in from the Red Robots.
I don't think so. Again, for Geek Fam, it's not like they have the worst clear in the world. They have pretty good high ground. Within Natan, they're still able to clear out the Lord. It's not as fast as with a Yuri Natan. You're not able to zone people out for the Natan to get free hits, but it's still really good. For BTR, getting 1 was already value. Getting 2 was a bonus. And notice the fact that for BTR, they didn't lose anyone with a bounty. Super Ken is the only one with a bounty, and he noticed that. He backed away instantly. They tried to go for a gamble, which I think was a very low-risk gamble. They sent in Key, they lost Moreno. That other part was a bit more of a risk, but no bounty, so they should still be able to go in.
Oh, AOG again, finds a taunt. Raging Sandstorm finds the connection. Veldora goes down to there as well. This might be it. This might be the play that sent Bigatron Alpha to top 3.
Aboy and Vincent, the 2 fams, can they actually do it? It is a tough task. It is an impossible task against the Red Robots. They're coming in hot.
Victory inside! Bigatron will find bodies, and ladies and gentlemen, Bigatron Alpha finds the win, and they will enter the top 3.
My goodness gracious. Luke says, no, 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 not today. He's flaunting, he's showing off his new title, his new name, Super Luke. Indeed, it's not Luke anymore. He is Bigatron's Luke. Switching sides to the Red Robots.